When I create new humans and new items upon this world, new material things, new cities, old cities, but they're being built around the thoughts in my head when I enter them, if they're new. Sometimes if I haven't been there in a minute, it as well happens that way. But when I create like people, like when I ask for a certain specific thing, and I can't like really ask for a certain specific thing. I have to ask for like one of 7 templates laid out already upon this planet. As far as personality and looks, I cannot create another me. I cannot create, you know, something with a high level of intellect, something with a high level of talent. That's like generally like something saved for when they produce a movie to speak to me and stuff, and then they have to it has to generate a character who can do things. Um, I'm assuming that's what's happening. But when I summon clones, right, I'm past believing that this is just an alien shapeshifter race that the humans allow to run over the world and God. Um, I realize like this happens too fast, and everything, most everything's involved in it some way. Um, so when I ask for a new human to appear, what is generating its backstory? How does that happen? And shouldn't it like know like this is your mother and this is your father? Um, you don't have a mother and father. I mean, it's kind of written that humans are created, and then they also, at the same time, the pedophiles, who are the devils on this planet, took it upon themselves to write a few extra words and things like that, claiming they have free will. And COVID shows us that nothing on this planet had free will. 2020, whatever thing. See, COVID equals um, corona. It's called the coronavirus, and that equals your frontal lobe. And for humans, I'll explain what that means. That's where the computer that humans are told operates them lives. Up in here, up in that soft clamshell up there. And so when I do that, humans come with a backstory. They don't only come with a backstory, it integrates society into them. I guess it does the corona thing, the coronavirus thing, and it just erases everyone's memory and inserts a new person into the rebuilding of their non-memories they had in the first place, and gives them new memories. You know, similar to when I summon music and stuff also. I mean, obviously COVID is all we need to explain, but like when I summon new music, and the people are like, oh my God, we worked 10 years and 10 lifetimes in the studio to record this. We spent a lot of time doing it, and all these other people are like, oh yeah, we worked in the studio with you too. I remember that. It's like literally, like, how does that happen? How did the supporting characters get invented? It's random AI generation, isn't it? That's why there's only like 7 personalities, even though there's 14 billion people. And there's like, I don't know, something like 6, 7 random looks, 6, 14, something like that. Hit them with a multiplier, hit them with a disease, like a defunct multiplier as well, and you can make them look like there's 120, and then hit them with the defect multiplier, where when it random generates, you stick with things that have defects, and you can have a couple thousand different things, but apparently at this point in time I've seen them all, because everything I see is pretty much a clone and stuff, whether I ask for it or not. But it's going into overtime, like showing me clones and stuff. It's not hard once you meet 1,000 people. you've seen everyone on the planet over a few times. So yeah, but what is in that? Is that just AI? Like when I ask for a few specific things, and the AI can't and like even those requirements can't be fully met. Um, it's just an AI with random generation, right? Like it's like kind of procedurally generated for the fact when I go around watching cities burn down, like it has to like burn down the city before I go there to make it look like that actually happened. Things like that. And it has to like tell people to be out there in the streets burning down cities. So it's like, I mean, but that's not new, right? It's not like that's something new. That's an old personality type that was generated before the game even started. That's part of the backstory that people did things like that. Just part of like the main story is there are people on the stolen lands who go around burning down fucking cities and taking them over and shit, and that's how they got on their stolen lands and shit. That's the main focus on what we're dealing with is things like this. But when I do that, when I summon people, they have mothers, they have fathers. You have no credit to the person who just, their real mother, their real father. And they have all these friends, and it's like, so the game's also generating like that's how 14 billion, that's why we have 14 billion slots open, is because I'm only expected to meet and talk to like 100,000 people, and then that means you can easily create 92 people for every person created in my way. And it's not like, even if I just sit around generating people all day long, I'd only get to so many 100,000 before the shell expires and stuff. For the Game Pass expires. I'd like to refer to life as a Game Pass, because shitty Game Pass you're locked into. You probably paid a lot of money to come, and like you probably signed documents saying that you don't leave it till it's over or something like that. Because it'd be pretty terroristic to create a video game this fucking unique. Of course, at the same time, we can also assume that it's a drug-induced video game rather than a standard game. That's why it feels real. I know to other people it probably doesn't feel anything. I've experienced their feelings and emotions, and unless I give them mine, they seem pretty fucking empty. Other than that, unless I do the mirror reflection thing, fucking pretty fucking empty. Like standard, like a standard video game. Like you run over people, prostitutes in your car in GTA, and they scream, "Ah, why is a crazy person?" But that's pretty much like how they sound. It's like, ooh, the emotions of this person. But yeah, I think that's how it's happening. It's like in GTA, like you stand and you just spin around in a circle and new people appear. Like there's all those things in front of you. You want a new car, new people to appear. You just spin 180 and there's new people, new cars behind you. You spin again, and what was there before is something else, something new. And they've even told me this too. Like if you go and like the world showed it to me when I was going to new cities. Like I can change what's going on in the world if I see a new city and shit. But when I like wake up and I know that my city is filled with inbred terrorist pedophiles, I look outside the window and I see the same people I've always seen and stuff. Whether I go somewhere else, I might see something else because it looks new and fresh. And I have a chance of inventing a new city and stuff. But yeah. So it's just random RNG from, there's no artificial intelligence, but for lack of a better word, AI. Is that all the supporting cast that comes with humans I create with my mind are?